107.5 WBLS, your number one source for R&B.
It is a pleasure as we continue to celebrate the 35th anniversary of Black Music Month, which is this month. In case you didn't know, it is an honor to have Kenny Gamble, Leon Huff, inside of the Quiet Storm. Gentlemen, highly favored and blessed. Those are my two names for you. Highly favored.
Thank you very much.
And blessed.
Yeah.
Glad to be here.
Yeah, glad to be here at WBLS. And
you said BLS brings back wonderful memories from back in the day, bringing back the likes of Hal Jackson and Vaughn Harper and
Frankie Crocker and Ken Webb.
All of my mentors.
Yeah, it was great days, and it wouldn't be any Gamble and Huff, and if not for like people. What's the girl's name? Wanda. What was Wanda?
Wanda Ramos.
Wanda Ramos. Yeah,
I remember, man. I remember.
Yeah, she was with WWRL, I think. Yeah. But I mean, all of it was one at that particular time. But we were really blessed to be able to have good relationships, and WBLS helped break all of our records.
You know what? Black radio is blessed to have wonderful, gifted visionaries, as both of you are. I mean, you have to, and I know both of you are very humble, but you have to understand how much of a visionary, how much of all the impact of what you saw around you, 360 degrees, your lives, and how you transcended that from what you looked at into lyrical content, and it just unfolded between our eyes. I mean, there's no other way to describe it in terms of a gift.
Well, we mostly wrote about life.
You did. And then you put it in the song.
Yeah.
I mean, I think Eddie Levert, spoke highly on the kind of pictures that he saw in the lyrics that you wrote.
Stories.
Yeah.
And look, first of all, they've won many, many awards. And most recently, the Mercer Award. How does that make you feel? Because, of course, you're in the Songwriters Hall of Fame. And ladies and gentlemen, just in case you're under 25 and you just may not know the legacy of this gentleman, we're talking about songs like, to give you an example, Only the Strong Survive by the Iceman, Jerry Butler.
And Elvis Presley did it too.
Yes.
Only the Strong Survive.
Can we talk about Harold Melvin's Blue Notes? Can we talk about the OJs?
Yeah.
Can we talk about the Intruders? And a million others, not to mention the Jacksons.
Yeah.
So you know what? Here's what we're going to do. We're going to slip into some music, and I'm going to force these gentlemen to tell me some of the stories that came about and how some of these wonderful songs that became a bench part of our life came to existence. Because you got to have to spill some beans tonight. Some studio stories of the inspiration.
Ready.
You ready?
We're ready.
Kenny Gamble, Leon Huff with us inside the Quiet Storm tonight. Yeah. Can we reminisce? Let's go back to a wonderful song called Yesterday I Had the Blues.
Wow.
Y'all remember that?
Oh, yeah.
Can you tell me a quick story about it?
Well, it kind of like speaks for itself, you know what I mean? You have good days and bad days, and I think that song's talking about Teddy Pendergrass did an excellent job on it too, by the way, and Harold Melvin in the Blue Notes. But he's like saying it's like a blues. We didn't do too many bluesy songs like that one.
Right.
I don't remember.
I always, as a musician, I always wanted to play the blues. I always loved to play the blues. Wow. So if you're a musician, you can't play the blues.
You don't feel that soul if you can't play the blues, right?
Yeah.
Certain chords, certain feeling, and Teddy rocked it, like Gamble says.
Yeah, he did a good
that's
job.
one of my favorite tracks. Yesterday I Had the Blues.
And Roland Chambers, the guitar player, he was featured on that a little bit too.
Wow.
And, but he was in that song. He said, "Yesterday I had the blues, but today I'm doing better because I got you." You know what I mean? So that's what the song was saying.
Let's reminisce, gentlemen. Let's reminisce.
Don Cornelius was a good friend of ours, and he had been a real good supporter of ours, and we watched him every Saturday, just like everybody else. And so one day I was talking to him. All of our artists was on Soul Train, from the Intruders, Delphonics, the OJs, Harold Melvin, Blue Notes. All of them was on Soul Train.